And this is episode 28 that has been brought to us by Mr. Aloy. Wow, this particular episode is so rich. It has a lot of parts, twists and turns. So please go ahead and give this particular video a like and let's get into it. Here we see AJK running to his office and he came straight to come and check his drawer to be sure that his money is intact. Now he saw that his money was there and he was so happy. Look at his face. He thought that the money was gone like he saw inside of the dream. And as he was just looking and very happy, Dan now entered and asked him that how is everything. He said, oh wow, that his money is intact. And he's so happy and he's so joyous that right now his money isn't lost. He's so thankful. And Dan now confirmed that yes, the money was intact. He now sat down and both of them were talking. Dan now told him that the mistake that he made was for him to go to the village. But he's been saying his own that most people just think he's just blabbing and just talking anyhow and giving bad advice. But the worst thing they did was to go to that particular village, because as he has gone to the village now, the villagers has put something on him that will keep on making him feel manipulated. Yes, and they want him to think that his mother is really after him, and that's not the case. So he better not allow the villagers win him, and he should not allow them to come into his life and begin to harass him. He now looked at him and said, nobody can even try to blackmail him. He's not going to allow them win. And right now, nobody has access to his money and he's not going to allow them blackmail him. Dan now said, yes, don't allow them blackmail you, that all of them are just trying to get whatever they can get from you. That the best way is to just cut off from all the family members and live by yourself. That he right now doesn't have any family, he doesn't have anything to lose, so he doesn't even have anybody to run to. Nobody has any place to come to his life. So he knows what he's doing. That unlike people like Andy, who's always so family conscious, always bothered on doing things for the family, and that's why he's struggling in his business. But he right now, that's his AJK, he's having it going well because he needs to cut off from his family. Now AJK now looked at him and said, yes, he's saying the truth. He's always, saying yes to whatever Daniel says. I don't even understand the reason why you have Dan by your side. Say he doesn't even really care whatever they do with the body of his mother. I think the life they should barely have by themselves. He doesn't really care because while she was alive, she was of no use to him. And so right now that she's dead, there's no reason why she should bother. And now Dan is really happy that he has already achieved what he has come to achieve. Can you just imagine that? He's so super happy that he has been able to convince AJK that he should not give in to the villagers. What a friend, what a terrible friend he is. We all know that this guy has ulterior motives. Don't forget that he actually came to discuss something with AJK, but because of the chain of events, he hasn't started discussing that. Anyways, they decided to have fun, and AJK as usual will say yes, that he is courageous billions. He knows what he's doing. Anyway, it's time for him to have fun and to celebrate because his money isn't gone yet. But I tell you that in episode 29, right, he's going to begin to dance to the whims and caprices of Mr. Dan. Here we see Chioma coming out of the supermarket, right, calling her husband that she has bought everything she needs to buy, and there's someone running to come and meet her. This person is her sister, and she wants to come and meet her, telling her that there's a problem in the house, that her mother is sick, and they need money to take her to the hospital. Now, Chioma is telling her sister that she cannot give her any money because she knows that her husband will not allow her to give money to her family to support. I'm like, why would you ever enter this kind of marriage? So the girl now started begging her sister that she should please give her whatever she has, even if it is small. She now said, okay, don't pressurize that. She should not pressurize that. She's going to give her whatever she can. And she tried to give her that money. Someone just grabbed the money, and that was Dan. Dan grabbed the money from her and told her never to try this again, that he gave her money to shop. And now he's taking that money and giving to the family. And they have an agreement that she must never support her family, that she must never allow family interference. And I'm like, what is all of this? Do you call this marriage or what? This is not marriage, this is bondage. And Chioma started begging her husband that he should please answer about her mother, that her mother is sick. You know what I said? Does he even care about that? Even the girl now started begging the man. He didn't even listen to the girl. He now faced his wife and said she should never try this kind of thing again. That she doesn't care whether her mother is sick or whether her mother is going to die. He doesn't even care. This guy has a heart of stone. Can you just imagine that? That she should never try this kind of thing again. That was how the sister now started begging him. Why is he doing this? Is it because her sister has married and that's why he wants to cut ties with every member of the family? The guy now looked at her and said he should never come near his wife again. That if she tries this, that she will not be like whatever she sees. Wow. Can you just imagine this kind of guy? He now ordered his wife to leave that place. And her sister started wondering what kind of bondage her own sister is in. She now enters into the car and was crying. Can you just imagine how Chioma is crying right now? Even her husband didn't even care about that. He was just looking at her and just fizzing. Can you just imagine this kind of husband? Now what's going to happen in episode 29? Chioma will begin to rethink her life. We'll begin to see how she's going to begin to put some form of work to herself, improve her destiny. Probably she'll begin to do some investments, or maybe she'll find a job or some form of collaboration that will help her to make money, because right now she's a liability. She is not even considered as an entity by her husband. Her husband has no regard for her because he sees her as helpless. And I pray that she'll be able to begin to, improve her life and take all of these things into heart, that she needs to become valuable and not a liability. I hope she takes that to heart. So that's what I think is going to happen in episode 29. If you think I got that right, please give this video a thumbs up and let's get back into it. And here we see AJK coming back into the house. He's just coming back from work and he's stressed and tired. His secretary is calling him and asking him questions, and he just told her to just send it to his email. And as he was talking to her, his wife came in. Oh my God, this lady looks so nice. Look at her beautiful outfit coming back from work. As she came back from work, she just visited her husband, and the husband asked her why she's just coming in, that this is quite late. And she also asked him that, well, isn't he just coming in too? Can you just imagine? You know, Mona has a way of giving it back to her husband, right? He now said, well, that he's a businessman man and he can come back anytime. She now said, oh, that's the more reason why she come back early. That she is working for somebody, and that's the person that dictates when she comes in and when she goes out, that she has some tasks to do in the office, and that's why she came late. The guy now said, why should anybody delay his wife at work? That she's supposed to get back home and come and cook for him. You see what's going on here? His ego is coming up again. Can you see what he's telling her? That she should have been back to make his dinner. Oh my God. But then I said, well, she's just coming back from work and she's going to go into the kitchen and make food for him. And I said, well, that there's some stew in the fridge, right? And that she's going to just quickly boil rice. And that, but it doesn't work for him, that maybe he just wants to order food, or maybe come join her in the kitchen and get the food done quickly. You know, look at her and said, oh, does she now want him to start eating outside food? Can you just imagine that? How would she ever say that? Why would she not just begin to come and begin to make food at this time? That is not going to work, and that's not going to solve this problem. She now looked at him and said, what does he want? What does he want? That while they were dating, it was okay for her to come back and cook for him at this time. So now that they're married, why is it a problem? Why is it a problem? And that she knows that he's going through stress at this time, but please, you should not transfer that stress to her. That she is also going through pressure too. What is all this stuff about her coming late? And when she wasn't married to him, this was how they were able to manage their lives. And now, what makes it different? He now got up and asked her that, does she want to remain in this marriage? And I'm like, what has that got to do with the question of getting food ready for you? Why are you bringing this issue of whether she wants to remain in the marriage or not? That has nothing to do with what we are talking about right now. In fact, this question is out of taste. It doesn't even make any sense that you're asking this question. And I like what Mona did. She looked straight into his eyes, like he never asked any question from her, and said, oh, what would you like to eat with your rice? Is it vegetables or what? Oh, I love the way she looked at him and gave him that stern look that, do you want to eat rice with your vegetable or not? Now, you see what's going to happen, right, in episode 29, is that this guy wants to find every way to get out of this marriage. That's it. Because he now knows that Mona is not going to be put under his feet, and Mona is quite independent, has a mind of her own, and is ready to stand up for herself. So he's trying everything to make sure that she gets frustrated and probably leave the marriage. So he will begin to try and frustrate his wife in episode 29 and do everything to make her feel so uncomfortable in this marriage and want to get her out of it. But knowing this Mona, she's not going to give up. She's not going to give in to all these whims and caprices. She's going to stand strong. She's going to ask God for grace, and she's going to carry her cross. Because I know she gets frustrated at some times, but here in this, she's not going to allow him win her. Yes, she's not going to allow him just run her over. But she's going to stand strong and give it back to him. See, as you looking at the screen, his eyes are popping open, and now he begins to make noise and scream that he's not going to allow this to happen. As he did that, the secretary walked in asking him what's all the problem. He now said he's not going to take this from this insurance company, and they're telling him that he has lost all the money. This is what I said. Your mother came to show you that this is going to happen, that you're going to lose money. It's not the one that the mother was putting money on the table. That's no money. It's not the one you left inside of your drawer. That's no money. Now, this is the time you have lost a big amount of money. You know I told you that something is coming. You know I told you that something is coming in my prediction. That this is going to happen to him. That something big is coming. Now, he has lost the case with the insurance company, and the insurance company has said it's their fault. That it was one of their staff that turned on the light and left it on. And then an electric surge came in, and that was how everything went up in flames. Wow, that's so painful. That's so painful. But anyways, that's exactly what has happened. Now, in episode 29, what's going to happen? He's going to want to sue them. Yes, he's going to take a lawyer and try to sue the insurance company that they have to give him back his money and pay for all the damages. But that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. They're not going to grant that to him. They're going to deny him access, and he will try all his best, but it will definitely fall flat. You can see as he was just complaining, the secretary now told him to just calm down. That she read it and noticed that that was what they said, but that he should calm down. He now said he's not going to calm down. How can she be telling him to calm down? And does she have any money? And does she have any money? And if she has money, she will know how it feels to lose everything. He now told her to leave his sight, and that was how she left. And you can now see AJK was in the diaper, he was in the pain, he started crying. Can you see his face? Oh my God. It's now that you know that everything has come crumbling down. We've told you this, but you refuse to listen. He's now crying like a crybaby. Come on, wake up to the real world. It's time to get up and do the right thing. I hope this will be another knock on your head to realize that you need to do the right thing. Because until you do that, you'll keep on having calamities upon calamities. May God help you. So here we see Chioma. Chioma and her friends are talking again. But this time around, she has come to beg them to help her to save her mother's life. And that she should please give her some money to help her mother, because she doesn't have money to give her. And you know, Mona was just looking at her. And of course, Rita was also looking at her. And Mona now told her that why can't she just put her money together and give her mother whatever she has? That she's not going to begin to look for money for her. She now said, well, she doesn't really have much money. That husband only gives her money for daily use. She has no savings, nothing whatsoever. And she now looked at her that, well, she's the one that got herself into this. And Rita now looked at her and said, why do you now expect them as your friends, right, to begin to put their own money together? Meanwhile, she doesn't want to give out what she has. She now said, well, the reason why is because, her husband is not helping her, not giving her money. Mona asked her that why is she taking this kind of marriage, and why is she taking all this kind of rubbish from her husband? She now said, well, the reason why is that she has to be in this marriage is because, husbands are scarce, and that if husbands are not scarce, that Rita should have been married by now. Oh my God, she's really teaching it out to Rita, right? Rita now told her that, well, she has suitors, but she's not going to open her eyes and enter into any wrong marriage, just like she and Mona have done. That she doesn't want to enter into any kind of bondage like Chioma is in, that neither does she want to enter into any form of struggling marriage that Mona is also in. Wow, can you see how she's dishing it out to Mona also, that she's going to take her own time, watch before she leaves, because that's the most important thing to her. And of course, Rita has spoken the right thing. She needs to really open her eyes wide before she enters into any marriage. And I hope she'll be able to make her own proper decisions and marry right, because that's the only way to go. So Chioma now started begging them that she should please help her out. That she please help her out. Mona now told her that she has to come through for herself. That she has to get up and begin to improve her life, get a job or find some investment to do so she can start earning money for herself. She now said that right now that if HK decides that he wants out of this marriage, that's not going to affect her because she has a job and she can take care of herself and her family. And also Rita can do the same. So but right now she needs to find a way that she will stop being a liability to her husband and have her own money to spend. And that's the truth. That's the truth. She now said yes, she understands what they're saying, but right now she needs their help. She now said that she's even having headache, that she needs to get a bottle of water. She now stood up and went to the fridge. As she stood up, Mona now faced Rita and said, wow, that they really cannot allow her mother die. That they can't allow her mother die, that they really need to put some money together. So Rita now asked her that, how much can she put together? She said, well, she can put like about 100k together. Rita now said she can do like a 50, that she should please send that money to her, and that they will find her sister and see how they can give the money to the sister, and then they will take her mother to the hospital. That's exactly what's going to happen in episode 29, where we have these two friends help out to take Chioma's mother to the hospital. We're going to see that happen in episode 29. These are awesome friends. These are good friends. I really celebrate them. I celebrate Rita and I celebrate Mona because they are really good friends. These are the kind of friends we should be surrounding ourselves with. Not the kind of friends that will pull you down, but the kind of friends that will help. As Chioma now got back, she was not saying, that they don't even have food in the house. And Mona was like saying, what? Is that what you came to do here? Was it to eat or to cry? She now got up and went. And then she now began to wonder that why are her friends behaving like this to her? Of course, her friends are not going to take her seriously because she's not taking herself seriously. I hope that with these few things that have happened to her right now, knocking her on the head, she will realize that she needs to make herself valuable, to start earning her own money, to start improving her skills, getting into business and making sure she makes her own money because her husband has held her hostage. That is exactly what has happened. And if you're in this kind of situation that Chioma is in, please take a look at your life. Come through for yourself. Find a job or get into business. Make sure that you're not a liability on your husband. Not liabilities. I hope I've made sense with this. How do you think about what I just said right now? I hope it makes sense. If you haven't liked this video up till now, please go ahead and give it a like. And it will be also superb for you to join the family by subscribing. I'll come back and then we'll see how everything plays out in episode 29. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you in episode 29.